Hi, howdy, and hello to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. It is not Ruby. Well, it is Ruby, sorry. It is not Silver, and it's not Chaotic right now. It is Ruby. With us today is Mage, and riding in the backseat driver, of course, is Silver. And today topic is the Rainbow Serpent. And I'm pretty sure from the last time I saw when I was over at Silver's house, I'm pretty sure it's out of Australia. Am I wrong, Silver?
Yes, the Australian mythological deity, the Rainbow Serpent, is from Australia. From the Aboriginals, also known as the First Nations people, which I heard they prefer to go by First Nations people. But yeah, that was Ruby, everybody, as she not said that it wasn't them.
I don't know what I was doing. I've been practicing this, and you hit record way before I could mentally prepare myself.
That sounds like you're passing blame.
It really does.
Okay, and the podcast is over. Bye!
Nah, you can get off that easily.
Hey, Chaotic's not here, so someone has to say, and we're done!
Kaotic was busy this week, so she could not join us. And I may sound stuffy because I am starting to get a cold.
Boo, go to bed.
Sleeps for the week. Anyways, what do you guys know about Australian mythology?
I feel like Australia's got a lot of fucked up shit going on.
That's where all the poisonous nope ropes, anything that's poisonous, venomous, and deadly is all down in Australia.
A lot of it is, yes.
Yeah.
The First Nations people of Australia, their mythology, a culture, is religion. It's a little different than, like, let's say the Romans and Norse. As in, the Romans and Norse, all their past is in either past tense, usually. But the First Nations people, their mythology takes place in the every wind. In the every wind.
What does that mean? So like every day?
Yeah, the every wind takes place in past, present, and future at the same time.
They're like the muses.
And their mythology is they call it the dreaming.
Interesting.
I saw that it was related to the dreaming.
You think that that's like the whole deja vu? Because sometimes you'll have a dream about like being in the past. You'll have a dream about like what's going on currently. I do, at least. Or a dream about possibly in the future. And then you get that weird deja vu moment. Interesting.
We all exist in the Owen.
So, with the dreaming, the Rainbow Serpent is like a creator god in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Rainbow Serpent is like the unicorn of the Australian people.
How does that make sense?
No.
Magical. Dreamy.
Potentially, but I don't think unicorns can create or destroy a lot of things.
No.
The Rainbow Serpent also has a very big tide of water and can basically level like continents if it wanted to.
So back when the dreaming was first kind of going, the Rainbow Serpent, all of Australia was flat, completely flat. So what the Rainbow Serpent is, when it woke up from its slumber, it started moving around the continent, and where it moved on top of the land, it created canyons and gouges and rivers. And when it dug under the land to move, it created mountains and hills. Can you guess what the Rainbow Serpent looks like?
It's a giant snake.
I picture like a giant worm. Well, first time you told me this, I literally thought it was, you know, the Alaskan bullworm from that episode of SpongeBob. That's what I thought it was.
Bullworm.
Like just a big pink snake worm thing. And then I got thinking, and I'm like, it's probably like some sort of venomous snake, because, you know, Australia, it's what they're known for. Yeah. So I have two different thoughts in my head.
Well, You guys are kind of right, as in it does have a serpent-like body,
Unless it's
but
like, I want to say, sorry, like, you know how some snakes are like, they kind of reflect, like that oil slick looking.
mhm,
I
they get
think
that
that's,
rainbow color oil
yeah,
slick.
yeah. Maybe it's a black snake with that oil slick instead of a full on rainbow effect that you would picture, like a toddler drawing. It's a black snake with that rainbow monochrome looking effect to it. That is my final answer. Silver.
The serpent snake body is correct, but it also has a alligator's tail or crocodile tail and a kangaroo's head.
What the?
That's some Australian shit.
Hold on. Chaotic's not here. What the fuck? Can you picture that?
That
No.
sounds like when they were talking about the myths and everything. They were like, "It's a normal snake," and someone was like, "But wait, what if?"
We stick Kangaroo Jack in the mix with
Yeah,
the Crocodile Hunter.
because like a crocodile tail isn't really that different. Like, it's pretty similar. A
Yeah.
rounded end, and then the
Okay,
head they were just like, kangaroo.
it's like they ran out of cards. And it's like, ah, shit, what are we gonna do for the head? Something cute and cuddly, or something that'll rock'em sock'em robot your ass to the ground? We'll go with the kangaroo!
It's like you're playing Cards Against Humanity, and you have like the shitty cards left. Start playing shitty cards that just
Like,
don't make sense.
just start dumping them out. Just be like, we're just gonna throw
Yeah,
that
throw
in there.
away.
That is one depiction of it, because it does change depictions
Stop it.
based on which tribe tells the story.
Which one was
Rainbow-
smoking the most peyote that day?
The Rainbow Serpent is like a catch-all term made by a European anthropologist or archaeologist.
Anthropologist is the bug one, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's etymologist.
Okay.
Anthropology is
That's
the
bones.
study of human bones and
Anthropology is
human-
more of like human development.
Yeah, I think it was a European anthropologist that coined the term rainbow serpent as like a catch-all, because the rainbow serpent is different per tribe, per group in the outback. They all do similar, but they look kind of different and act a little different, but they all have their own names too.
And I think a lot of that is due to the different tribes having like different dialects.
Yeah.
So because of that, like the words change, like meanings and things like that. So like when it's almost like you're changing languages.
So I just Googled
Oh boy.
Rainbow Serpent myth, and it says, according to legend, when a rainbow is present in the sky, the snake is traveling between watering holes, keeping them flowing even when drought parches the land.
That's nifty. Did you
So
also
now-
know the more presence of different colors on its body are supposed to represent the different seasons?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm still.
Well, yes, and yes, it is along with being revered for creating the land, the Rainbow Serpent is credited for keeping watering holes filled with water, even during times of drought. And to go from watering hole to keep them filled, they say that's when you see a rainbow in the sky, is when you see it going from those holes to those holes.
That's cool. I think Australia used to have like a drought season too, because it was so common there.
They had a wildfire season back in 2019,
Well, it's not surprising.
There's also
which was a really bad wildfire.
a thing about the rainbow serpent in Africa with African mythology.
There is snake mythologies in every culture. You got Jormungandr in Norse. You got the Rainbow Serpent in Australian.
Is Normangander the world serpent in Norse
Yes.
mythology? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we covered him a bit earlier.
I feel like
And,
that's like the most common iteration that people think of.
There's the Groot slang. He's a giant snake, half elephant. There is the snake in the Bible, whatever its name was, if it had a name.
I don't know if it did. It probably did. I read the Bible since I was like 10.
It was probably Phil, but
He just offers people apples in exchange for their lives.
yeah, snakes seem to be an important part in every culture, probably because snakes are everywhere.
I can't pronounce it, but it's a Hebrew word that's in Genesis 3:1. And it's in the first book for the Garden of Eden.
Go ahead and spell it.
Nahas.
Nahas.
But the A's have the little hat above them, so it has the funny little like.
It's an accent. It should be Nahas.
Nahas.
Each A has that,
Bible.
and then the S has like a V above it.
Yeah, so I believe the accent makes it a long A. So it's like you pronounce it as an A rather than like an A. So it's Nahas.
Also, there's another mythological creature we haven't covered yet that is also related to water and looks serpent-like. Asian dragons.
I don't know what
Chinese
that is.
dragons. Japanese dragons.
Oh, okay.
They're going to say, you guys did Nessie, right? I'm assuming.
We haven't done Nessie yet.
No.
Really?
No, yeah, I'm some of the more popular stuff. I'm waiting for guests so that they'd have something.
That's fair.
Me with Mothman. I have not. I will put myself on blast. I have been sucking.
The derail train.
We have gotten derailed, and now we're back. We're back.
Back into the world serpent, though. Sorry, the rainbow serpent. There is a apparently a really cool depiction where it talks about its relation to dreams, and how it pulls the interaction between the sun, serpent, and wind in Dreamtime stories, where it will help with like seasonal shift, and it'll help push the sun out of the sky and bring about like nighttime. Also, we're linked to water, life, social relationships, and fertility.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Including the transitions from adolescence to adulthood for young men.
So that brings me to one of the topics I read about.
Is this why I'm here?
No, maybe, I don't know. The Rainbow Serpent, depending on which culture, which group they're talking about, some see it as male, some see it as female, some see it as androgynous or gender fluid. Some depict it as a phallic symbol. Do you know what phallic means, Ruby?
Why?
No, I don't. Hold on. I don't know. What other word did you just say?
Androgynous?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Gender fluid.
Yeah. Both.
So you can be both genders.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here.
And then phallic is dick-shaped.
Yeah.
Is what?
Dick-shaped.
Dick-shaped.
It resembles a dick.
Then some draw it as a vagina in art.
How?
I don't mean to laugh. It's so bad.
That's what I seen in my notes. In my reading.
I think we know what Silver was thinking about when he did his notes.
Nah.
It's like, what? Never mind. It's going to go off the rails again.
Yeah, the Rainbow Serpent is connected to ceremonies and rituals surrounding fertility, menstruation, that are sacred to the indigenous culture because of its regenerative and indicative reproductive power. That is why it is depicted as a vagina, which is the symbol of new life.
I don't know. I mean, that's cool. I like that because, like, it's so. What I read is that it represented. Hold on, let me get my phone back out here because I lost it.
But the the Rainbow Serpent doesn't always just give life or bring new life in. It is also has its destructive powers, as it is said to bring thunderstorms, floods, winds,
as both of our
and
moms have said, I brought you into this world. I can take you out. This can literally take us out.
uh-huh.
Apparently, there's a story from like the Northern Territory that talks about a mother, like they call her the Great Mother, giving birth to the Aboriginal tribes, and then her leaving like the rainbow snake, or they call it the lightning snake because it summons the thunderstorms, as like a great protector who brings like the rainy seasons and floods.
Well, with that, should we move on to media or story time?
I like story
Yeah,
time.
I got a couple stories.
Story time. Story time.
This first story will also kind of help with the depiction of it being with new life. Are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready, SpongeBob? I'm ready, Patrick.
So it's one of the more child-friendly ones that they teach in all the Australian schools, I heard. Is the Rainbow Serpent woke up from its nap. So it traveled around the countryside, creating riverbeds and trenches and mountains. While he was creating this, he woke up the frogs. The frogs were slow to rise, as their bellies were full of water. So the Rainbow Serpent tickled the frogs, and they spewed out all their water, creating the rivers and the lakes that would, after the water form was there, plant life began to grow. With the plant life growing, all the other animals began to wake up from their slumber. After the animals woke up, he decided to make rules. Those who would follow the rules would be turned into humans, and those who could not would be turned to stone.
Sounds like some Zeus shit.
And that's how he kind of oversaw everybody. Turned the good ones that followed the rules into humans. Some stayed as animals. Some turned to stone. That's all I can remember from that story.
So we got the good, bad, and the ugly. Or the good, medium, and bad. I guess the ones that stayed an animal got like a slap on the wrist and stayed the animals. But the ones that got caught, 100% was like, Medusa, stone. And the good ones are like, oh yeah, I'm human. Party.
The second story was the Rainbow Serpent was traveling across the land searching for its tribe, for its people it could talk with. He finally found people singing and dancing. As he watched the people sing and dance, he proclaimed that, hey, you're singing and dancing all wrong.
Bold.
Which the Rainbow Serpent then proceeded to show them how to sing and dance and do the ceremonies. Now, if you can imagine a 50-kilometer serpent just singing and dancing, it'd be a sight to see.
I bet it's like Quetzalcoatl, where he just has the bell on his tail. Just
Yes, that's
I
another
bet
snake.
he's probably really good at
Quetzalcoatl.
doing the worm.
it is another serpent. Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys do Quetzalcoatl yet?
not yet.
What is this? The kata.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. It's a like Central American.
I think it's Aztec, right?
Yeah, like from the Aztecs. It's a snake serpent with wings, and then its tail is I forget what they call it, but it's like it's like the old bells with like the ding on the inside, and it's said to be able to lull people to sleep.
That's what I need in life. I don't need melatonin. Drug my ass.
The Rainbow Serpent danced so well that it caused a storm to appear. Rain dance.
Ah, it did the worm.
All the people were able to get inside their humpies.
Their huts.
I'm not sure what a humpy is. A hut.
Yeah, their huts.
But two brothers did not have a shelter. So the Rainbow Serpent said, "You may rest and you may take shelter in my mouth."
Did they consent?
Yes. So they walked inside his mouth.
And he ate them.
He did eat them, yes.
Because,
You know what he did after that?
What?
He skedaddled.
He said, deuces.
He says, bye, Felicia.
He just left.
Showed everyone how to dance. Got their groove on. Ate someone and fled.
Yep. After the rest of the clan woke up, they were able to follow his tracks because the huge snake would leave huge tracks.
Right.
And they realized that the two brothers were missing. they they found him asleep on top of a mountain.
A melon.
Mountain.
Oh, okay. So that's a big melon for a 50-kilometer snake.
Still a big mountain.
Size varies in these stories, okay? When they found him asleep on top of this mountain, they decided to do one thing they could think of. They cut the snake's stomach open while it was asleep in order to free their brothers.
Oh.
But what came out of the stomach was not the brothers, but two
sisters.
Rainbow lorikeet birds. And they flew away to safety.
They pieced out. Good for them. That's a happy ending.
We love that.
There's also a children's book.
That wasn't the end.
What?
Oh, fuck.
It's going downhill now, boys.
They eventually returned with their people to safety. But when Rainbow Serpent woke up to find his belly empty, because, it didn't feel it getting cut open when it was asleep.
I guess not.
Lidocaine.
He was angered. He lashed his
a hell of a drug.
I don't think they had that back then.
You don't know
I'm sure
that.
they did. It's Australia.
Weed.
He woke to find his belly emptied. He was so angry he lashed out with his red tongue like lightning and made the mountain shake. He threw the mountain apart, sundered the mountain, and as he threw him so far, it is what formed all the hills and mountains in the country. Some people were so afraid of him that they themselves decided to turn into animals and insects so that they would be less likely to be hunted down by the Rainbow Serpent. I'm not sure how they turned into animals. After that, he just kind of slithered into the sea where he lives. To this day, they say.
Apparently, there's a child-friendly version of the Rainbow Serpent story that talks about the thing you were talking about earlier with the frogs, kind of, where it rose through the earth to the surface. So it's from below the surface of the earth. Summoned frogs, tickled their bellies, and they created pools and rivers of water. So it's known as the mother of life. I think that's just to offset all the, murdering it's doing.
Yeah, but the murdering and stewing is more entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, the more murdering stuff you guys want to hear, this is kind of mixed of media and story.
That's fine.
Bring it
on. Have you ever heard of an SCP?
What?
We've mentioned SCPs on the show before.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'm currently sucking at listening to the thing.
So, SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. It is an organization that deals with anomalies, creatures, monsters, and they secure them, contain them, or protect the people.
Area 51.
Basically.
Kinda.
Okay.
There's a big following of it online on the internet, and it's all like stories made by different creators, and it's got like a big history and lore behind it. But they classify this story as SCP-6004. So each creature or anomaly has its own number.
So it's like Lilo and Stitch, all of the experiment 626, 65.
Pretty much.
Interesting.
And there's a whole SCP Wikia and site that you can go through and look through them all. And there's a whole TikTok side of the SCPs. 6004 is the Rainbow Serpent. The story they have on the Rainbow Serpent is the shortened version. There was a wildfire in Australia. The Rainbow Serpent woke up. It started destroying. It got angered and started going after coal plants, high traffic cities. It started attacking cities, and it was pretty much indestructible, unstoppable. Eventually, after wiping out most of the population with floods, it took out the SCPs and all the other secret organizations' big satellite weapon by flying into space. Then it came back down, disappeared for a while, back hibernating. It was returning the world back to a more natural state.
Interesting.
Pass.
Pass.
It's like the plot of a bad Fast and Furious movie. They're like, we're going into space.
I told it not very good, but there is some good podcasts that deal with the SCPs that are told very good. Very well. They are told very well.
We'll have to look into it more.
Like I said, I have 3 hours to kill when I go down south, so
They got Mothman SCPs.
I'm pumped.
If you find the Mothman, kill it.
Love me some Mothman. He got some good old cheeks on him.
SCP-2901 is Mothman.
It sounds like Beverly Hills 90120.
You think the plan for Mothman when they find him is to kill him?
No, they can never capture him.
You act like he doesn't work for an organization.
The Men in Black.
Yeah, pretty much it's like Men in Black versus, or mixed with Lilo and Stitch. On to media.
There's only one iteration that I believe in for this. It's not exactly a serpent, I guess, but I think it's based on that. It's the Rainbow Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Shit, I forgot they had that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
Hold on.
I don't know if there is another.
Is there one from Pokemon?
Milotic?
Yeah.
Is it? Is Milotic from...
Milotic's a serpent, but it's also very rainbow in color, ain't it?
That's true, yeah.
The rainbow snake Pokemon.
It doesn't have a kangaroo head, though.
No, but he doesn't really call it a serpent head. There's also a bunch of original art from the First Nations people, as well as books written in Australia, as Mage has mentioned before. There's even a Rainbow Serpent festival that happens every year for like a cultural appreciation music festival.
Just like
wait, repeat that? It's a cultural appropriation music festival?
Not appreciation, not appropriation.
Okay, I thought...
Did I say appropriation?
What is appropriation?
You might have. Cultural appropriation is when you like take something from someone's culture and make it your own.
Appropriation's the bad word.
Yeah, appropriation's the bad one.
Okay.
There is also a Rainbow Serpent music a Rainbow Serpent festival that happens in Australia every year. It is a cultural appreciation, music, art festival. I seen it has yoga as well.
That's dope.
Yoga with snakes.
I was gonna say,
Like goat yoga, there's snake yoga.
There's some dumb white people out there that would 100% do it.
They'll be doing
No
it with
doubt
some
in my mind.
iguanas.
It looks like a rockin' festival. As many,
Okay.
you know, Woodstock.
Yeah,
What'd you just say? Woodstock?
Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock and Burning Man mixed with Australian outback.
Coachella.
It sounds like Coachella on crack.
I thought it was already there, but okay.
It was just like I think I seen it. They marketed it as like a be free, be happy, be kind festival.
Mm-hmm. A lot of peyote.
Maybe.
What is
I
that?
don't even know what peyote is.
It's a very natural drug. It's I think it's a hallucinogen.
Is it even found in Australia?
Probably. I don't know the origin of all drugs.
It's your specialty.
Peyote. I'm gonna get flagged for searching you.
Someone's gonna be on a list.
Oh no, but it is illegal in Australia.
Okay, so it's probably not peyote. It's probably just marijuana.
Yeah, the cactus is found there.
It's like the cacti
Peyote
from
cactus.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. And the cactus juice.
I don't think this juice is working.
Yeah, but that's all media wise I can think of.
There's not a lot. I think the closest other thing is like, I think it gets a lot of media where it shares because like there's like we talked about before Quetzalcoatl and like the world serpent and everything like that. That always like overshadows it. I think.
There's not a lot of Australian culture in modern day media. You don't see the Yowie Yahoo or Yowie or the.
No.
Yowie Yahoo.
Part of that I think is seclusion.
It's just a habit now.
Yeah.
Or the bunyip. Or the drop bears.
What is that?
You never heard of the drop bears?
No.
It's an Australian
Wollongong.
creature. They're koalas that hang in trees, and they wait for
nope.
people to drop. Wait for people to walk under them. Then they just drop on them and eat
Nope.
them. Then they kind of scurry back up to the trees.
Nope. Are you just telling me this because koalas scare the shit out of me?
No, that's an actual thing. They're drop bears.
That.
I don't know why. I don't know how koalas exist because like if you look at any creature, you can see like they serve a purpose. Koalas sleep 22 hours a day. They all have chlamydia. What purpose do they serve?
They have 3 vaginas too.
Again, chlamydia.
Thank you,
3.
college.
Anyways, on the Mayhem. You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I'll follow suit.
I would think if the Rainbow Serpent broke out of the dreaming and ended up in with us today, it would end up kind of like the SCP story, where it would cause a lot of mass destruction. It'd turn a lot of people and animals.
Yeah. It could level a city for sure.
I think it's more like the whole... It is how Silver said, it's like the bringer of life, but also it can knock your fucking socks off too. Ordeal. Like you just want to keep the Rainbow Serpent happy until you piss it off.
Yeah, you gotta sacrifice a virgin or two to it.
Yeah, I really don't think it'd care about virgins.
No.
Maybe.
Do you think?
But does it really kill people, or does it just turn people into animals?
Well, it ate 2 people, so...
But
And
they
it
turn
turns
into
them into
birds.
stone.
They're birds. I'd rather be a person than a bird.
Yeah.
You can still fly.
I mean, what if it brings back extinct animals? Like it started eating a bunch of what if the Rainbow Serpent eats all of Flint.
Detroit.
It's all of Flint.
Oh, Flint, Michigan.
They got bad water quality up there. That's all I know.
I mean, that's Lake Erie too.
If he eats all of Flint, Michigan, it turns the population of Flint, Michigan into a new population of, let's say, American lions.
I am not having lions that close to me, but yeah, I completely
Remember that you just targeted a city. A city that went through like one of the biggest tragedies in history.
But no,
Did it?
I don't know.
There's another one coming called the Rainbow Serpent.
He'll find their water while he's at it.
That's a unicorn.
Oh, Jesus. That's Suicune. Come on.
But no, like going back to my theory, it's like how the bringer of life, but I can also take you out. Just like if Mother Nature was a snake, you know? And like there could also be like natural disasters, and also how Silver said that they turn people into stone, but also turning them into animals. And how like I see it that way. Like I feel like the government or that EIEIO group Matt said or Silver said the SPC I don't know, the SPCA. That's that. That one.
That's an
What
animal.
What if we were to somehow control the Rainbow Serpent, keeping her nice and comfortable, whatever?
Can you control the weather?
I mean, no, Mage. I can only imagine what you're going to say.
Control sounds an awful lot like something that it's not going to like. You're better off to just make it happy. Let it be.
What if the whole shit? What's that movie? Jurassic Park. You make it stay in Australia, but say if one big natural disaster, aliens, I don't know, World War III pops up, we just take the rainbow snake, we'll open up the gates, and send it into town. Eradicate all of our problems.
See, it could destroy a city, but we also have nukes, which can destroy multiple cities.
This is also a more natural way because it can also form into more natural eco-living lifestyles for adding new species or more making another natural like Grand Canyon type escape for habitats for other animals.
So I get what you're saying, and I think you're onto something. The problem is we haven't exactly treated, the environment and the earth well or good or even okay.
I'm sorry, there's gunshots going outside.
Look at the ice caps.
You say that as you live in the country and it's okay.
Me?
No, she's in the middle of the city.
No.
Oh, dude. Well, that's worse.
Yeah.
But
clearly, how long have you known me?
We haven't exactly been nice to the environment. So I feel like a deity whose job is to help the environment is not going to be thrilled with our job so far.
I mean, if I was the Rainbow Serpent and I seen it, I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah.
I'd be swallowing up cities and bringing back animals like velociraptors and Tasmanian.
The dodo bird.
Yeah, because that
Asian
went recently
tigers.
extinct.
The black rhino. Did I see that one right the other day?
It's probably either extinct or low.
Yeah. I can't remember. One of them is like barely hanging on and one is extinct. It's like black or white. I can't remember which one.
I don't think this is a creature that there's going to be more than one of at the same time.
No.
Oh, I just had an idea. So the two birds that got cut out of the snake's stomach,
Mhm.
do you think it was a male and female so it can
They were
repopulate?
brothers.
You don't know that.
They said brothers in the story.
Okay, but they changed into a bird. You don't know what sex of the bird was.
You're just gonna have a bunch of incested birds. You're not gonna be
Anyway,
able to fly right.
it just circles.
It's got one. It's like Finding Nemo. It's got one wing that's shorter than the other one.
There is
lucky
I
fin.
think it's a Korean myth about two birds that they gotta find each other to be a pair in order to fly right. It's like a love bird type deal.
Oh, that's cute.
Uh,
It's cute when it's
Goals.
intentional.
Goals. But no, I thought of it as like the whole Noah's Ark type thing. How the two, like the male and female, whatever, the two animals per boat to make up the said population.
Yeah,
Maybe it does that.
maybe.
is your creator God or creator deity? God, deity?
That's what
I like
I
the word
think.
deity better.
What does deity mean?
Deity.
Deity means God.
Oh, okay.
So I like the concept of it being powerful enough that it can change humans into animals, but it can't change gender.
I mean, it could possibly. It changes. It's in. What did I say? Androgynous.
Androgynous, yeah.
See?
It can change its own gender, so that it could. You said maybe it can
It
change
can
its
change
own.
its own, but not anything else.
But you smell what I'm stepping in with the whole Noah's Ark thing going on?
Or it could just make multiple of the same animal.
No, because you need to eat a person so you can have one person equals one animal.
Yeah, it needs to eat all the old people that aren't doing anything, and then we're good.
You just get old animals.
Yeah,
Exactly.
What if it gives them new life?
it's new life. That's fine.
Insert Lion King circle of life. Just
Anyways, we're gonna keep wandering on.
We're gonna answer this for each other. Who would Silver be in Lion King?
Mage, you go first.
What
You
character would Silver? Silver would be Rafiki for sure. The baboon with the stick.
100%. That's what, I couldn't remember his name.
It's all in the past.
100%.
The past can't change. I don't know who Ruby would be.
Silver. I'm your sister,
Ruby.
come on.
Ruby's Timon.
Did you say Timon?
Yes.
When I was a young warthog. No.
That's Pumbaa.
Fuck you.
That's Pumbaa.
That's
Oh,
Pumbaa.
I'm
Timon's
not
a
Timon.
Muskrat.
You're the meerkat. Yeah.
Yeah, meerkat. That's a muskrat.
And Mage is
Listen of how Mufasa.
Simba's kid. I can't remember what the name is.
Mufasa.
No,
Mufasa.
I think he renamed him to be Mufasa.
Simba's kid.
Yeah.
I thought Simba had a daughter.
Oh no, I'd be Nazu, the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
That tracks. All right.
We got Distractor Lion King. We got to wrap it up with our outro real quick, since Mayhem seems to be done. So we'll thank you to the patrons, which is Mondi, Loki, Nuggies, Mage, who's here, and I guess Ruby too.
What the hell?
Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday. It's Ruby Monday. Feral hummingbird.
Okay, Chaotic is busy. Hopefully she shall be back for next episode. I'm upgraded some patron tiers. Yeah, I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but I'll tell them next time.
Ruby with the outro?
Yeah, do you want the copy of the outro that I did not give to Mondi last time?
I don't care. I mean, I can
do you want to
wing
make
it.
one up?
I can make one up.
Okay.
Okay. Join us again next time when Kaotic and Silver talk about the monsters, myths, and mayhem that they'll cause in today's society, on how they could rule, destroy, or how they would affect the world with today's nonsense going on. Catch Kaotic on her channel. You'll see her streaming. You'll catch Silver there too sometimes. He's normally busy. And you'll catch me, Ruby, always causing chaotic because I am the feral hummingbird at this time. And we'll see you next time.
If you wish to talk more with us, you can check out our Discord, which the link will be hopefully in the description below, or on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at that's MM Mayhem podcast is our Twitter handle.
I think.
And find the podcast wherever you get your podcast at.
Yes. Give us a like and review as well. That helps the podcast. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Warn people about Mothman. And the Rainbow Serpent. Let them know.
And Quetzalcoatl. That's me.
Tell us your favorite big serpent.
We'll have pictures down below in our Discord.